Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Good, 180. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught at the 20. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 20-yard line. Good, 180. It's out of time. It's out of time. Run.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And that'll set him back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Seibert's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike's 59. Mike's old 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike's spot. Hey, wahoo.
Brady now to throw. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Lance Kendricks, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield to throw it. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
First down, Browns.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Michel. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, there's no shortage of great young runners in the NFL, but don't forget about that guy, Sony Michel. 1st-round pick in 2018. Almost hit 1,000 yards as a rookie, 931 to be exact, to go along with 6 scores for the former Georgia Bulldog. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Mike 58 right there. Tackles.
Hey, go 66.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's got it to James White. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. On the ground is Michel. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
That's going to be a long day. I got him. On me. 59's Mike.
Go bandit.
Check 59. Get him.
Why, 20 hut. Hey, Alabama.
From the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in his drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Mayfield now from the 50. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michelle. And an alley to run. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Brady looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
I got 11. It's just me.
Hey, exit. Wait, hit.
Throwing again. Brady. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I'm scared. Hey, I got him. That's me.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Boy, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, Haywood.
On second down, Mayfield again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Mayfield now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest. Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
On the ground, Michelle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
From the 27, Brady. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground with White. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, Charlie.
Right over there.
Hey, hut.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked up by Denzel Ward. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. An extra quarter comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Edelman. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Patriots take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 28-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now, they had stopped them for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here we go. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Lance Kendricks. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense, drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Hilliard. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it indeed. Here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run the counter with Collins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Regular.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Regular. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This is Collins on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Throwing, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Wait, did he hit? Watch twist. Hey, 16-6.
Again, it's Michel. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Browns take over.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.